When a role like CEO of Gold Coast Tourism comes along, you would expect amazing candidates to apply. So I thought I should try something different just to cut through. Hi, my name's Simon Ondaatje. I'm currently Head of Partner Relations at Hastings, a $15 billion infrastructure funds management business that's owned a stake in Gold Coast Airport for over 15 years. So I have some idea of what makes the Gold Coast tick. However, that only scratches the surface, because I've been involved in events, destination marketing, tourism, business strategy, capital raising and financial analysis for over 3 decades. I've been around long enough to have over 30 years relevant experience, but I'm still young, passionate and energetic enough to lead Gold Coast Tourism through the next phase of growth. Before I go any further, I should add that this video will only take a few minutes, and I've provided a soft copy of my written CV also. Well, why would you choose me? I've worked for high-profile, relevant organisations such as Qantas, the Victoria Racing Club, and in addition, I was the first Director of Marketing and Tourism at Crown Casino in Melbourne. For the last 14 years, I've held various senior positions at Hastings. Over a 5-year career at the Victoria Racing Club, I was promoted to the position of Marketing Executive, a wide-ranging role that included procuring and managing sponsorships and creating promotions and publicity. Many of the groundbreaking initiatives that I created resulted in greatly increasing the participation of young people and women in the racing industry. For example, the Young Members promotion at the VRC was the first of its kind anywhere in the world. The strategy led to increasing young members from 1,500 to now just over 15,000. It's the vehicle that changed the perception of young people to the sport of racing. The success of the Young Members promotion has been adopted by clubs throughout the country and has resulted in crowds close to 100,000 people attending each day of the Melbourne Cup Carnival. But it's the impact of the success of the Carnival to Victorian tourism that's really worth focusing on. Over 100,000 interstate guests now visit Victoria over the Carnival, and their value is measured at approximately $500 million. Importantly, the average stay has increased from 2 days to 4 days. And this leads me to the second major initiative. I conceived and implemented the VRC Oaks Club Lunch, the largest women's lunch in Australia. The event now attracts 2,000 women, it's held at Crown, and creates the reason to stay the extra day. The Oaks Club Lunch also creates a media frenzy that provides millions of dollars in publicity and generates $7 million in total revenue. It's also estimated that over 50,000 new dresses and 50,000 pairs of shoes are bought for the Carnival. Now, I started this event from humble beginnings with a small budget, and against all opposition, I fought to sustain and expand the concept each year because I realised the event had huge potential to grow and attract more women to the races. I also generated over $2 million in sponsorships and managed over 100 different sponsors, many of them high-profile organisations. As media spokesman, I was responsible for generating enormous publicity and was able to secure various front-page stories. This one here is one of my favourites, and it's an example of how I linked racing to other major sporting events in Melbourne. At the VRC, I learnt the golden rule of destination marketing. Promotion leads to publicity, leads to participation, which leads to sponsorship and revenue growth. My referee from the VRC is Brendan Ford, the former General Manager of Marketing. Lord Williams, who is both the board member of the VRC and the Executive Chairman of the Crown Entertainment Complex, asked me to join Crown in 1994 as the first Director of Marketing, including tourism. The opening of Crown was the biggest event in Victorian tourism history. It was an honour just to be part of it. I was given significant responsibility at Crown, including managing all the marketing and communication strategies, managing a team of over 30 people, managing an advertising budget of over 20 million, and managing a research budget of 4 million. I was a media spokesman at a time when there was so much resistance against Crown. I worked with the best tourism experts from Las Vegas, and the key achievements during this amazing period included the successful establishment of the new Crown brand and the launch of the Crown Tourism program. The Crown Tourism program involved negotiating with Victoria Tourism to support and promote Crown when it was simply considered a gambling venue. The success of the early program I was involved with included marketing to local, interstate and international visitors. That, combined with other initiatives, has resulted in Crown becoming one of Australia's most visited tourist attractions. Another strategy I introduced after the opening phase was the establishment of the highly successful Crown Ambassador program. This initiative linked every major sporting event and every sporting personality to Crown. The success of the campaign generated unprecedented publicity, including over 750 newspaper articles worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, and helped change the perception of Crown from being that gambling venue into an integrated entertainment complex known as the biggest game in town. The strategy continued at Crown for close to 20 years. My referee during this period is Mike Mecca, who's now the president and CEO of the biggest casino in the world, Galaxy Macau. When I left Crown, I worked for a business consultancy called Corcon, where I developed a number of online CRM and loyalty strategies for Melbourne and Monash Universities, along with Racing New South Wales. My referee for that period is the principal of Corcon, Peter Brannigan. In 2004, I started at Hastings as the head of marketing and investor relations, and over a 14-year career, I've held a number of senior roles. As a testament to my ability to build partnerships with all stakeholders, I was awarded the Best Investor Relations Executive in the mid-cap space on the ASX for 4 consecutive years. In 2011, I moved into a new role at Hastings as a Deputy Head of Strategy and Head of Partner Relations. Working with the Head of Strategy and a small team, we developed the Gulf Asia Strategy, a strategy that revolutionised Hastings. There's over $1 trillion of capital in Asia awaiting deployment, and the strategy we created involved targeting mega pension funds in China, Korea, Japan, and other parts of Asia, as we created a platform to generate capital from that region into Australian infrastructure. Over the following few years, I led the team to raise capital, and we generated over $500 million in international capital, along with $500 million in domestic capital. The ability to raise capital in Asia could also create opportunities for Gold Coast tourism. During this period, I was able to establish myself as the face of Hastings for all investors and international stakeholders. To that end, I hosted meetings with heads of state like Malcolm Turnbull and the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, along with the chairman and CEOs of the largest financial institutions in Asia. Another benefit I would bring to this role is the ability to provide insights into deep dive financial analysis and the knowledge to take event evaluation to a new level. This could include leveraging the relationships I have with both Harvard and Stanford universities to work alongside local institutions to provide an international view of the value of the Gold Coast. That's an interesting combination. My referee for Hastings is Dr. Alan Wayne, former head of strategy and now research fellow at Harvard University. While this is just a snapshot, I believe I bring a unique set of relevant skills to the role that include big entertainment, big event management, destination marketing, tourism, finance, and the expertise to manage a diverse set of stakeholders across all levels. Thank you for watching, and I do hope we get a chance to meet in person.